Hey y'all, welcome back to the Untagged Podcast. My name's Savannah.
My name's Monique Crouser.
And I'm Yvette.
And this is Untagged.
You just gotta go like this. There you go.
Oh yeah.
This is a very unique episode because the horse community, the equestrian community, is a very large community, but it's also very tight knit.
Yes.
And when one of us goes through something, we all come together and really try to be there for one another and support that. And Monique we're going to let her talk and tell us her story about her son, Tristen. And we want to get to know you and your family. And tell us about Tristen. Tell us how he was, his personality, just everything about him.
Oh, goodness, I can go on for days. Tristen was an amazing young man. We live by his words every day, by his strength, by his love for helping others, his love for his animals. Tristen battled cancer over the course of 18 years, 3 different times, along with many other health issues. But he started falling in love with animals when he did equine therapy back in 2007, 2008, and he had an equestrian center. And from there, he just loved horses, and it just wasn't enough to go once a week or twice a week. Then he convinced us to buy his first horse, Jazz. And Tristen and I made chocolate-covered strawberries, for Mother's Day, and we sold enough strawberries for him to buy his horse, Jazz.
That's awesome.
And we bought her in 2009.
You were bamboozled.
We were. Little did I know that riding horses was a lot cheaper than owning horses.
Right.
But did he keep making strawberries after?
No,
he
did
continued
not.
supporting his habit.
No. His dad and I took care of the horses. So we went from owning Jazz, which we still have today, to purchasing Gracie. But he just loved he loved being outside. He loved being with his animals. That was his passion, like he said. That's what kept him going.
What was he like?
He was definitely an old soul, full of spunk. Once you met him, you would never forget him. I went today into Thrifty Horse to bring him a sponsorship packet for our foundation. Mm-hmm. And the gal behind the counter, I showed her a picture, and she's like, I remember Tristen. He used to come in here all the time and ask me to order these ropes that I did not have. And I would call you every time a rope came in, and he would come and take a look at it. And he had more ropes than he knew what to do with. Once you met him, you never forgot him. He had a huge heart, love for helping others. He'd be the one in the back of the bull chute, getting the steer to move, helping. He just wanted to be part of everything. He was always there helping everybody, whether it's in the concession stands or moving steer, or sitting on the sideline cheering for his friends. He was always the loudest out there cheering.
Yeah.
You know what? I've never met him personally, but I have seen him at plenty of rodeos. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, you're right. He was always from what I've seen, he was always on the move. He was always moving somewhere. I've seen him walk by a million times. Hey.
Yes, he loved being in the bull chute with his friends. He loved all part of rodeoing.
Isn't that crazy how horses, they're just so therapeutic, and they help you in ways that nothing can. There's no medicine can cure that.
Absolutely. He would come home from chemo, radiation. He'd spend weeks in the hospital, and the first thing he wanted to do was go outside and get on his horse. And he would just ride his horse in the arena, just groom the horse, spend time with his horse. That was his happy place, he would say.
My father passed away of cancer as well, and he was going through chemo. The first question he had was when can I get back on the horse? Or when he had a surgery, when can I get back on the horse? When can I get back on the horse? They just want when they're cowboys and they love their horses, that's the only thing on their mind.
Absolutely.
That's what keeps them sane.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He had a huge fall, no fault of his, no fault of the horse. The horse looked at him, Jazz looked at him like, what happened? Why'd you fall off? Get back on. Mm-hmm. And he ended up having a major skull fracture, bleeding in his brain, broken vertebrae 1 and 2. Wow. And he was airlifted from Loma Linda and Murrieta to the main campus in San Bernardino. And they told us, I remember like it was yesterday, and they told us that Friday night that they didn't think he'd make it through the night. And he was unconscious, on life support. And by the time he finally arose, that was the first thing he wanted to do was get back on his horse. And the doctor's like, never again. Don't ever let him on the horse again. I'm like, that's like telling someone that rides a motorcycle or, dirt bikes or races that,
I got the chills.
And,
I did.
Awesome.
And so we looked at it like we can kind of lock him in a box and
No, yeah.
he would never be happy. So he got back on his horse. He was a little bit more hesitant after that for a while, but he got back on his horse and continued doing what he loved.
I love that you guys still let him have that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Because it's hard as a parent or as someone that you have to like protect them, but it's like you have to give them their happiness too. It's
I cringed every time he got on.
I bet. If you're okay with talking about your journey with when you found out when Tristen was diagnosed, what your journey was like and how that was for you guys and how much that changed your life and how you guys went about it.
Absolutely. Tristan's story is very, very unique because a lot of kids have cancer 3 or 4 years. They're in remission. They're doing well. They get to go back to school. They get to go back to a new normal, but a normal life.
Yeah.
Tristen he was that 3% or that 4% that it only happens, the side effect only happens to 3 or 4% of the children. He was that percentage that everything that could go wrong did go wrong for him. And he always had the most upbeat personality and perspective on life. He kept fighting. He battled 2 different forms of cancer, but 3 times. He relapsed. He went through severe graft versus host disease after his transplant. And the 3rd cancer, he got squamous carcinoma and passed away in May of 24. So almost 2 years ago. Can go on for days about it. But that's not what he would want us to do. He would want us to focus on the positive of it.
Absolutely. I'm very sorry for your
so
loss
sorry.
and all the pain that your family went through. No mother or no family should ever have to see their child go through that.
It's our legacy, though, is
Keeping
his
it alive.
legacy alive. And up to his dying day, he was big on helping other children and being an ambassador.
Absolutely.
And so that's our mission, is to continue his legacy by helping other families.
As soon as I seen his picture, I was like, oh, I didn't know him personally, but I knew of him.
I heard you.
I've seen him. I was like, definitely know him. I was like, oh my goodness, you can't forget him.
No, he had just a contagious personality. He would give you a hug, and you would feel it through every fiber in your entire body. He just gave the best hugs, had the biggest smile, and happy. He was always happy, no matter what he was going through. He didn't want anybody to know that he was suffering.
So when he was into these rodeos and that's when you see horses and you see the roping and you see the rodeos, it reminds you of Tristen because it was something that he loved so much.
Absolutely. It's very difficult.
So is that what made you tell us about this event that you're having and how this came about and how the idea popped into your mind and when it started?
So Tristen did a lot of roping on the ground, a lot of dummy roping. He started getting into doing some lessons with roping, and then he got diagnosed for the 3rd time. And his goal was always to make it to NFR, to be a pro roper.
That's quite a goal. I like that goal.
He has some big goals.
Manifestations. But he manifested it, right?
Absolutely. He talked about it every single day. Every single day. And so his love for roping. He carried a lasso everywhere we went. We were members of the Moose Lodge. He would carry the lasso, and he would tell guys, they had a few drinks, hey, let's go outside in the parking lot, I can rope you. And they'd be like, no, you can't catch me. And he healed every single one of them almost every single time.
Awesome.
He made some good money doing it. One time we were at an event out in Winchester, and they were doing bull riding out there, and some guy was talking, just a lot of talk. He's like, that little kid thinks he can rope me. He's almost 20 years old, but he was very little. This little kid thinks he can rope me, and I just kind of stood by and watched.
You're like, oh, he's going to.
And I'm like, he's going to. And sure enough, the guy turned around and started walking away, talking his talk, and Tristen got a hold of him and took him down. And everybody just looked at it like, whoa.
That's awesome.
I love that.
We have some great stories. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so cute. How did this idea of this event come into your mind?
We always wanted to start a foundation, and Tristen and I had designed the logo originally together. And so our logo is TCR roping, and the T is for Tristen, but it's also a cross. And then the C is a horseshoe, which is also for Crouser, and then the R is for her roping, and it's intertwined with rope. So him and I designed that, and we designed a belt buckle for him originally.
Awesome.
So now we carry that brand
I love that.
with it. We always wanted to start a foundation. We always wanted to be able to help other children. He participated a lot with something called Golden Circle of Champions,
Yeah.
and he was their very first ambassador ever.
The San Bernardino Sheriff's Rodeo?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a Golden Circle ambassador, and he fell in love with volunteering and helping other kids.
So then he did make it to the NFR.
He did make it to the NFR, not as a roper, but
He made it to
something
the
very-
NFR.
He may not have made it there the way that he wanted to, but he in like the roping, but he made it to the NFR and he did it. He manifested it, and that was the one thing he wanted. He did it. Alrighty, so tell us a little bit about this event.
It'll be our second annual Tristen Crouser roping rodeo. It's going to be at the California Ranch Company in Temecula. It's going to be May 2nd. We're going to be doing barrel racing. We're going to be doing team roping with steers, dummy steers. And we'll have we'll have a kid area, a mechanical bull out there, vendors, food. Just going to be a day of celebrating pediatric cancer and raising money for pediatric cancer. Some of our children that we're sponsoring will be out there for meets and greets and get to put a face to what we do.
Yes.
Last year we raised $18,000 and we were able to donate all of that to 4 different families that were in need
That's
of
awesome.
assistance and
Right,
providing
yeah.
wishes for them and granting wishes
Mhm.
and helping with bills and different things that families needed. So that was huge for us as our first year. We are looking for sponsors. We're looking for vendors. We're looking for donations. It would not be possible without all of that. And with us being a new foundation, we're looking for all the help to carry on and keep Tristen's legacy going.
Tell us a little bit about your bear. Is this one
yeah,
of
yeah.
his shirts?
This is Tristen. So if you on my social media, you will know. Some people look at me and go, "Gosh, she's crazy. She needs to be, admitted somewhere." But this is, people ask how you cope through things, and I've learned to tell people that carrying Tristen around, he was my mini me. He went everywhere with me. He would tell all the pretty girls at the rodeos that, I was just bothering him. But in actuality, when he would spend the night at friends' houses, he'd be like, "I gotta call my mom. I gotta check in." We were thick as thieves. He was my best friend in the entire world.
Yeah.
And so I still take him with me everywhere we go. This is one of his favorite cowboy shirts. We take him when we go to dinner. We take him when we go to rodeos. Some of his friends that are bull riders have one, and they have an apple tag in him. And so we track wherever Tristen goes with that bear. But this is my Tristen. He goes everywhere
So wait,
with me.
when he goes to the rodeos, he gets to roam around?
This is not one of his dearest friends, Eli Nick O'Shea, has one. And
I love that.
And they put an air tag in him, so when they
Hold
travel.
on, back it up. You said that so calmly, and this is a really cool one.
Yeah, so
So tell us about this bear.
How many people have them?
there's about 6 or 7 bears. Some of his good friends have them. 2 of the Golden Circle kids that he was an ambassador to and mentored have them. His dad has one. His stepdad has one. A few friends through the San Bernardino Sheriff's Rodeo, Amy and Carlos, have one. His uncle AJ has one. So I don't know. There's probably about 10 bears out there.
That's so
Bob
cool.
from California Ranch Company, owner, has one. Bob and Tristen were super close.
That's so cute.
So a few of them have air tags, so you can track where he goes, and I can see and make sure these boys aren't losing him, leaving him behind when they get drunk or something.
That's so funny. That is so cute.
That's funny.
That is
love
so
that.
cute.
It's our way of keeping his legacy alive. It's wherever we go, somebody always asks, "What's up with the bear? I love the bear," and it gives me the opportunity to share his story and educate people about pediatric cancer.
I love that.
That's really beautiful.
And this is one of his shirts, right?
This
and they're
is
all in one of his shirts.
Everyone is made out of one of his shirts. This one was one of his favorite shirts.
I love that.
So Mom gets this one. But yeah, everybody that has one was made out of one of his shirts.
That's so cute.
So instead of just keeping his clothes in a drawer or box, we're making
Put them
little
to use.
mementos out of them. Yeah.
I love that.
That's so beautiful. So your roping event, how could people help?
Yes.
Can we talk about the website? Is there any way people could donate money?
Absolutely. We have a Venmo. It is up on our website. Our website
And we'll
is
also
Tristen
put it
Crouser.
here. Here's the Venmo, and I'll put it
Absolutely.
in there.
That would be fantastic. I'd appreciate that. So they can donate through Venmo to help our foundation. 100%. I know a lot of foundations out there. We've done a lot of research. CEOs get paid. Board members get paid. Advertisement, everything gets deducted from what the actual donation is. 100% of our money, I'm proud to say, goes towards our foundation. All of our board members are volunteers. We made a promise we would never ever take a penny to run the foundation. I only want people to participate that find the love for Tristen, find the love for the cause. I refuse to pay anybody to do it. So if I have to do it on my own, I do it on my own. But that's our mission. So 100% of our money goes to helping families.
So we just please ask you guys to check out their website, and if you guys can donate $1, you guys can donate whatever you can. Please
Even just
do.
share it.
And share, please, because this is like I said, the equine world is small but mighty.
Absolutely.
And,
we're looking for sponsors for the event.
Yeah.
All the information is up on our website. It is up on Facebook. We're looking for donations for our barrel racers and for our team ropers, raffle baskets, silent auction items. We do have several events coming
Sorry, I
up.
didn't mean to cut you off.
No
but for
worries.
the raffle baskets, does it have to be a business or can anybody donate a basket?
Anybody can donate a basket. You want to put together a basket, your favorite color, your favorite theme, a margarita basket, a Bloody Mary basket, horse items, a dog basket, grooming basket, whatever. There's any basket that will get raffled off. Again, 100% of it goes towards our families.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing this.
Yes.
And
Thank you so much for having me.
can you tell me where the event's going to be?
Our event
One more time.
is going to be at the California Ranch Company on May 2nd.
So we'll see you guys there.
Absolutely.
And this is going to be an ongoing thing. So hopefully we can get her back next year to talk about it again. That'd be great.
Absolutely. Next year we'll tell you we raised twice as much.
Yes.
God willing. That's our
And then
plan.
it's just going to keep going up and up and up and up and up from there.
Absolutely. That's our goal.
Well,
Yes,
thank you so
we
much
love that.
for being
Thank you
here
so
with
much for
us
having
and
me.
sharing your story. And thank you for doing what you're doing and continuing to keep this alive and helping other families. And just everything you do. This is beautiful.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having us.
So I know Melanie's not here right now because we know that she moved to Texas, but she's
Don't
here.
remind me.
She's here in spirit, and it was Melanie that reached out to Monique and had this all set up because this was something so beautiful that we wanted to really share with you guys.
And it's very close to home.
And it hits very close to home. And like I said, please make sure to check out her website. And I will put the Venmo on here again. And anything you guys can donate, whether it's your time or a basket or anything you can do, please do so.
All right, ladies.
And Tristen?
Let's cinch this up.
You got it!
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Give us a like, comment, subscribe.
Make sure to keep it classy, sassy, and a little badassy, but just make sure to always clean your tack.
If you want.
Awesome, you did good.
You did great.
Good job.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate that very much.
We really appreciate it.
And I got little gifts for you.
You did?
Yes. I got you some of Tristan's merchandise.
Oh.
There's two. There's one for you.
Oh, thank you.
One for you.
Oh, I love his.
And
How adorable.
so that
is
is
this?
our brand.
I love this. Thank you. God always got my back. Did he say that?
He always said that.
Yeah.
Had a straight load to begin with, a 2-horse straight load. Jazz would not. Tristan would have picnics and spend the night in his trailer, waiting for this horse to get in the trailer.
No way.
And then we bought a 3-horse slant load, and the horse loads just fine. So Tristan's memorial was actually at California Ranch Company, a place that near and dear to her heart that he loved to ride, loved to perform at, just loved to be there. And We had an idea that we would have Tristan's ashes on his saddle and on his horse, and my ex-husband and I and my fiance carried or lead lined the horse through CRC, and we had a really difficult time getting the horse in the trailer. I didn't think she was going to get in the horse trailer. I think just our anxiety and emotions and everything going on, but we got her in there. Tristan's teacher helped get the horse in, and got her in there and got her all bedazzled and beautiful, and Tristan got to ride his last ride.
I love that.
So sweet.
That's beautiful.
So, just an amazing young man that left us a big legacy, big shoes to fill. So every day I look in the mirror and pray that I'm doing what he would want us to do.
You're doing
You are
exactly
doing
what you
above and
wanted.
beyond what he expected of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people just get stuck in, like, it's hard, you know.
Absolutely.
You came through. That's hard enough to recover from, losing a child, and then you have a heart attack, and then you still come back and you're still doing all this. Like, you are quite a champ.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You are
Appreciate
that
that.
mom.
Mhm.
She said muscles
Yeah.
ain't got nothing on her.
Yeah. That's a cowboy mom right there.
Absolutely.
Mhm. This is awesome. I
Here,
really
you
appreciate
show the back,
it.
I'll show the
Thank you.
front.
There you go. Cowboys
we
always
go.
fight back.
Absolutely.
And God always has his back.
I love that. What's there to say, you know?
We'll wear them with pride.
We sure will.
Share his story.
Will.
Yeah.